guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Lazy Girl here, and sorry I have not been posting for 4 months. Is that I've been really busy with school. Anyway, school's about to end very soon. On the May 27th, I believe. Anyway, forget about that. This video is gonna be all about how to draw Deku, an anime character in My Hero Academia. Okay, so the only material you will need to draw Deku is a piece of paper, a pencil, and anything to draw over the lines if you wish to do so. The first part we're going to draw of Deku is his training outfit. But before we do that, we need to estimate about how long or from drawing, because in the drawing right here it stops at a certain point, so from one end to another, exactly the same with the hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and as well draw the points on here for the drawing as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That way I can show you afterwards. Back in a sec. Now that I already outlined the barrier of the drawing, like up here about the third line, and the edges about this far apart, we're now going to start working on the shirt or the outfit of Deku's training outfit, I believe. We're going to start with the diagonal line. So I'm going to turn the paper around to be able to do it, because I'm recording with one hand and the other hand drawing, and usually I hold the paper with my other hand. So I'm just going to be holding it with my arm. We're going to start with the diagonal line. So from here about to here, I believe. About this much. Now, we're going to go ahead and do the white line for the outfit. So, 1 line, 2. And we're going to do this kind of the same on the other side. Diagonal line. And 2 lines to make the white line. Just like so. Now, we're going to make a curve here for the outfit to make it more realistic. So, one curve looks like this. And we're going to do a little line like that. And another curve right around here, something like this. And we're going to put a nut line to right there. From this line, we're going to make it a little bit curved, but not so much. Just a little. Downward, like that. I'm going to do kind of the same to the other side. From here, it's going to be a curve. A little line. And another curve. And this one's just going to be a straight line. Like so. And now what we're going to do here is a line downward and a diagonal line. Now the only difference about here is we're not going to repeat that over here. It's going to be one big curve. So straight, curve, and connect. Now we're going to do the little bit details within the outfit, which is from here, a straight line, and a triangle that's kind of a little bit curved on the sides. Here, a curved line stopping to here. Here is a little bit very small, shaped like U's, but pointy at the end. So basically, something like this, and we stop. And we go downward like that. And we're going to go ahead and make a line here to know where to connect. And we make a curve from this line to here. So, like this. And that's the part, this is how the way it needs to look like for Deku's uniform. The next part we're going to be working on is Deku's neck. So we're going to go ahead and draw the structure of the chin. That way we can start working on from there. So it's a curve way down like this. And then right back up to one end, just like that. Now somewhere in the middle from here, we make a curve. From this end to here, we make another curve to connect. Just like so. And towards here, from here, diagonal, a little, we make lines somewhat like this. Or, well, these are just lousy lines, but you get the idea. We need to make lines here, right here, similar to the ones on here. Over to here. Also, before we start the next part of the drawing, I forgot to do two little details, which is this one right here, and this one right here. Now, we're going to go ahead and do the next part, which is the face. You go ahead and do the side of the cheeks, which are shaped like this. Straight line here. And side line. Go ahead and do the mouth, which is just like this. The little nose, curve. The ear, a little straight line. And a curve, like this one. Go ahead and do it again. Just like that. Go ahead and do the small curve right there. And a curve just like that. And go ahead and work on the other ear as well, which is a small little line from here. Forgot to add the curve here, passing. And this curve curve here, a small curve here, and a little teensy line here. And the shape of the ear is a little bit of a curve right there. So a little wavy line kind of. Go ahead and do the eyes. Let's go ahead and do the center of the eyes, which is almost a complete circle, but at the edge right there we do it that way. And we go ahead and do the detail within, which is that. And do the same thing with the other eye. Go ahead, do the eyeball, which is a line like this. You stop for a little bit, do the hairline to not forget about it. Let's go ahead. A little bit here, stop, there's another hairline. Just like that. And a little curve here connecting to that one line from earlier. And we go ahead. Do that. And we start the eyebrow. Or, no, not the eyebrow, sorry. We're going to do that later. Go ahead, do that. And now the eyebrow to this eye. The hairline. Right there. Eyebrow there. And from this point here to this point here, we connect it with a small little curve. Just like that. Now, to not get the hairline out in the way, let's go ahead and do the rest of the hairline over here, which is a small curve here, another one here. Well, let's just say a bunch of curves. Just like so. Another curve here. This is separate hairline. So a little point here. And here. Like so. There's that hairline. Now we're going to go ahead to the other eye, which is a little curve here. Let's don't forget that small little line here. Still making that curve. A little bit there. Now we're going to form the eyebrow because it's touching. Just like that. The rest of the eyebrow goes from here to here. Just like that. Now we can't forget the little freckles on his face. So the top and the bottom of his freckles right there are going to be pretty dark. And it's going to, in the side, it's going to be a little bit light. So he has 4 freckles shaped like a diamond on his face right there on this cheek. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. Whoops. Dark, dark, light, light. And that's how you do with the face. Now we're going to go as well as shade in the areas that need to be shaded in. So the eyes right here need to be shaded in. We go ahead and shade this in. Now, some of the other pictures in the area will be using a technique with the scribbling and rubbing my fingers on it. And that'll be afterwards, after we're done drawing, to make it a lot easier on us. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. This here. Just like that. And I say that's what's needed to be shaded in there. Okay, so the next part we're going to be doing is the outline of the hair. Not the inside, because that's going to be a lot of detail. So we're going to go ahead and do the outline of the hair. So it's going to be a bunch of curves. So see if you can try to keep up and catch up. One curve, another, and so on. Connecting. You have to make sure each curve is basically kind of the same. So this distance for this one, this distance, you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. And, well, that's this side of the hair. Now we're going to do the other side, which is down here. Start from down here in the ear, just like the other side. It's going to be different curves. And the last one, which is a smaller point. There you got it. That's how it should look like so far. Okay, now what we're going to do is the details within the hair. We'll start off from here in this corner. It's going to be a bunch of curves. Now there's going to be a certain part of the hair which will look like a mini bird. Well, that's what it looks like to me. It's going to be a bunch of curves. Like this one here. Now here's the part of it where it looks like a mini bird to me. Okay. I wonder if y'all see it. Probably not. Probably you do. It just depends. Just like. Also forgot to mention this in the beginning of the video. If you really need a pause to catch up, please go ahead and do so. Okay, now within this lines that we made already, let's go ahead and do the small little detail, which is not that many. I believe there's about 4, I think. Yeah, there's 4. Now we're going to go ahead and do the outer details, which is like this one here. Here's another one. Now I believe we're done with all the details. If you wish to outline with a pen, go ahead and do so. And when I outline with a pen, I prefer you to use a black pen. And I be back in a minute or two for the outline. Now that we've finished the outlining, we'll go ahead and do the whole rubbing technique. Now, you might think that we can just go ahead and rub everything the same way. No, there's some of it where it's darker than the others. Here, we'll make it pretty dark and rub. Same with here. Make this part dark and rub. This part dark and rub. As well as this one here. Dark and rub. Now here, it's a mixture of two. It starts up a little bit darker than the other one. So from here to here, I would say, we make it a little bit darker than the other one. So I kind of will show you what I mean. Soon afterwards. Well, I can't really rub well, but on over here, the reference, you can see it's a little bit darker than here. You can also see that there's shading here from the neck, from, I guess, halfway here to the edge. Yeah, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to make a little line that you can't see, and go ahead, fill that in, and rub. You might go over the line, so what I want you to do, if you do, is rub the pencil eraser, of what's out of the line section. So if anything goes, like, for example, if you try to shade here and it goes out here, erase. Do that. So that's basically, here is going to be like pretty light, but not so light. I kind of want you to make it around this lightness here. And the rest of the areas, for example, the ears and hair, is going to be around this darkness. So I'm going to be back to y'all after the whole rubbing technique. Probably a minute or two. Who knows? Okay guys, this is the finished product of shading Deku. And this is kind of what it should look like. When you finish with the whole shading, make sure each one is at the values. Like this one's here. All of it. Whoops. I also forgot one more. Sorry. Which is the nose. Kind of a little bit. Not that hard. Behind the nose now. In front of it. Okay. Now we're done. Anyway, this should be the final product of it. Now, if you like this video, please put a thumbs up on it. And if you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe. And if you want other people to see it, hit the share button and share it with your friends or families or whoever. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye!